Hey boo, welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, how you doing? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Since you're already here, just click on that subscribe button. And if you're returning, hey, this video is part 2 of the video that I've already posted on my page, on my channel, which is pretty much the fear and the truth about my pregnancy. So in the first video, I kind of talked about some of the truth, meaning I opened up about some of the things that I have been dealing with or that I've dealt with during my pregnancy that I kind of might not have shared before because I was going through it. But now we're kind of at the end of the pregnancy. We're at 39 weeks. So I thought I would sit down and just be very open and honest and tell you guys some of my struggles through this pregnancy. This is my first pregnancy. So I did that in that first video. So now this is part 2 of the video, and this is gonna be my fears moving forward from now until this baby gets here, until I hold the baby in my hand and I meet my son. This is part 2. So we're gonna talk about the fear that I have moving forward. All right, guys, so this is part 2 of the video. In this part, I'm going to talk about the fears that I have. So moving forward, going from I'm 39 weeks now. So from now until I meet my son and I deliver him, these are some of my fears that I have. And if you're a mom, a doula, I don't know, birthing nurse, somebody, please leave me some suggestions, some reassurance, some advice down below in the comment section. Or if you went through this before, go ahead and help your girl out. I'm trying not to be fearful because I do believe that God did put this baby in me, and I can handle it, and my body's strong enough to go through this process. But it's when you don't know something, or if you've never went through something, it's so hard and you don't know how or what to expect. And that's what makes it scary. But I say my fear, but I do have faith that everything will work out. I do have faith that God has my baby in his arms and that my baby is going to be fine and I'm going to be fine and we're going to come out of this completely fine. And I keep telling myself, people have been having babies for thousands of years without the medication that we now have, without the help that we now have, and they have survived. So I can make this happen. But with all that being said, I wouldn't be human if I still didn't have a little bit of fear in this whole process. So another reason why I'm scared is because I've watched 2 people have babies, okay? One, a close friend, 2, my best friend. So I've seen them go through it, and I've heard their screams as they're pushing. I've seen their face. I've seen one cry. I've seen one change her whole birth plan in the middle of, I've seen her be like, give me the epidural, give me the drugs, after she, for 9 months, has been, I'm going to do this natural. This is what I'm going to do. And then she gets in there and she's like, F this. I'm going to go ahead and get all the medicine. So that's why a part of me is kind of like, oh my gosh, it's going to be the most painful thing I've ever dealt with in my life. But because I have TMJ, and because that pain was literally the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, that and my fibroids, those 2 pains, and I've dealt with both of them, and both of them I've dealt with for multiple days. I feel like, okay, I might not be as weak as I think I am. I might be stronger, and my pain tolerance might be better than I think. So part of me is like, okay, I might be in a better position, because if I've never experienced those types of pain, I probably at this point would be like, oh my gosh, it's gonna feel like, the worst thing. Of course, I don't know what it's gonna feel like because I haven't went through it yet, but I've went through a lot of painful things in the last, 2 years, 1.5 years, physically with my body, that I feel a little bit more confident that it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be painful. I'm not expecting it to be a walk in the park. Oh, he just kicked me like he agrees. It's gonna be painful. But I know it's not gonna be a walk in the park. I'm hoping I have an easy labor like everyone does. I'm hoping I have an easy labor. I'm hoping I'm not my labor's not hours and hours and days, and I'm just in there like exhausted and done. I'm hoping I can remember all the birthing techniques I've learned, the breathing techniques I've learned. I just hope I can stay calm and remember like the purpose of this. The purpose of this pain is to bring my son into this world. And to me, that there's nothing more important or nothing more that I would want to go through pain for. You know what I mean? Like I haven't even met him, and I would take a bullet for him now. You know what I mean? So I have to remember that that's the reason why I have to go through this pain, is to meet him. But I feel like during the process, I'm gonna be in so much pain that I'll be like, ah, and like all the things I've learned, all the breathing techniques, all the affirmations that I have on my phone and stuff that I'm supposed to be going over during labor, I probably won't even remember none of that crap, and I'm just gonna be in there in pain. So that's one of my biggest fears. Another fear, which like I said, is just the unknown. Because I don't know what it's gonna be like. I did a hospital tour. I have the baby stuff, the diapers, the clothes, the this and that and this and that, but I don't know what to expect, because you go in there and I could be dilated. I could dilate quick, or I could be dilating one centimeter every 30 hours. Like, I don't know what to expect. So that makes me nervous, not knowing. I'm not a control freak, but I'm a very organized, need to know type of person. Like, when something doesn't have a place or it doesn't make sense, that bothers me, because it's like, why is this cup here just sitting on the counter when we have a place to put the cups? Or it could be in the sink. Like, I don't know if it's clean or if it's dirty. Like, when things just don't have a place or they don't make sense, it bothers me. So like, going into this and not knowing what's gonna happen, not knowing how fast it's gonna be or how slow it's gonna be, or how I'm gonna dilate, like not having anything to reference it to just makes me nervous, because you just don't know. And everyone's story is so different. Like, I could ask one of my friends, they'll tell me their pregnancy, they went in there, they dilated like that, pushed that baby out. Another friend was like, I was in labor for 21 hours. Like, everyone's story is so different. So there's no like cookie cutter explanation or way to walk someone through having a baby. So the fear of the unknown is like the biggest fear I have. And then a lot of times throughout this pregnancy, I've been very like knowledgeable. I Google everything, I look up everything, I ask a lot of questions, I read a lot of articles, I watch like every YouTube video there is to watch about birth and stuff like that. So I feel like I am very knowledgeable, but I'm gonna have to help other people around me to be knowledgeable to help me, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, I feel like I'm gonna have to be like, Mom, can you do this? Or, like, I just feel like I'm very knowledgeable, but in the moment, I'm gonna be in pain. I'm not gonna be thinking of, oh, that article I read said that I could sit like this to relieve some of the pressure. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in that moment, I'm just gonna be reacting to the pain and forget to breathe, which everyone tells me, do not forget to breathe. Like, breathe. Let that be your thing to do, because it will help you out tremendously. And another fear I have, honestly, is meeting him. I know that sounds weird, because I'm so excited to meet him, and that's supposed to be the most magical moment, is to meet him, but I'm just scared to meet him, because the closer I get to delivering, the more I'm like, they're gonna let me take this human home. Like, I'm gonna have a human that I'm responsible for. Like, I have to feed him, I have to clothe him, I have to teach him, I have to keep him safe, I have to devote, like, I just want to make sure that I do the best I can, and I'm the best mom that I can be. And I know I will be, but it's just like, this is the most responsible thing that I've ever had to do, is be a mom. Owning a car is different. Having your own place to live is different. Like, this is a human that I'm responsible for, and I mean, me and my husband are responsible for our son, but as a mom, I'm like, I'm birthing you. I'm your safe haven, physically and literally. So I'm just nervous about meeting him. I'm just nervous about when my mom leaves to go home and it's just me and him here. My husband's at work and I'm just looking at him like, oh, it's just me and you. Like, I'm responsible for you. Like, just a little nerve-wracking. But the closer I get, I think I'm more excited than I am scared, because I'm excited to see who he looks like, whose eyes he has. So I'm just scared of that. And then, like I said, just not knowing. That's pretty much my fears. Like, those are the things that I'm kind of scared of. Those are the things I don't know what's going to happen. And it's getting dark. That's why the lighting kind of changed. But those are my fears. Like I said, if you have advice, suggestions, or anything, please put it in the comment section below, because we're getting close, guys. Like I said, I'm 39 weeks, so he could be here any day, in the next week, in the next 2 weeks, hopefully closer to any day now. But thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.